Okay, we're back. Now, I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people ignore. I look at people and they do briskets and they do all kind of stuff. You can put one hell of a bark on any food that you want to. Here's the problem that I have with a lot of people. No matter how good your food look, if it don't taste good, you wasted your time. That's why I switch hats from the red to the black hat. Your food must look good because presentation makes a huge difference to a lot of people, especially me and my partner. If the food don't look good, I'm just telling you, I'm not going to try it. If the food looks good, I'm going to try it, but it's got to taste good. And see, that comes down to the seasoning. But I'm going to tell you the real true test of how good food is when you eat it the next day and it tastes as good as it did the day before. Now, it's a secret to doing that. A lot of you put your food in the microwaves. Now, I very seldom put anything in a microwave. I'm an oven kind of guy. I know it burns gas or electricity, or however you want to do it. But my fine digestive system and my palates want my food to be moist. Who wants to walk around eating a bunch of dry food? A microwave radiates, dries things out. So the little secret that I use, put a drop of water on your meat and watch it get absorbed by the microwave. But now that would help keep things moist. So what you want to do is always put something in the microwave with your food. I don't care. A lot of people use a wet napkin. That's a good trick and it works. Some of you put it in the microwave and you treat it like soup. You're hoping it just is wet when you finish. No, you got to add things to make it wet when you finish. So, when your food tastes good the second and third day, you see, I don't throw food away. If I got a 20-pound ham, I know for the next 40 days, I'm going to have ham. So I'm going to make sure the ham is moist. And we're going to show you a picture of a ham in a second. And it is what it is. We're going to, all the food we show you, like I said, is food that we have mastered. We're not going to show you food that's not mastered or don't taste great. We taste all the food we cook. We taste it before we serve it to somebody or sell it to somebody. The last thing we want is someone to call us back and say, hey, the food's not good. Nobody wants to go through that. And the reason we tell you these tricks, because we want you to have friends who wants to try your food. A lot of you have friends that try your food because they're hungry. No, not us. We want to hear that feel-good story after we eat. We want to hear that. We don't solicit, was the food good? Let me tell you something. A lot of you people cook stuff and you take a lot of pride in it. And nothing wrong with that at all. But here's the problem I have with that though. What happens is that when someone gives you bad feedback or feedback you don't like, you get offended. In my family, if the food is not good, you ain't got to ask nobody. They will be talking about you and they will all know the food is not good. And we have little ways of saying, hey man, you make some good cheese. Bring some more of that cheese. In other words, don't bring the brisket or the pork chops again. No, they are telling you what not to bring. And basically, in my family, you make one thing bad, everyone assumes you can't cook. You should not be offended. because that is probably true. So, you go out there and, you make some food and it's not very good, and you're asking people, what do you think? My family would tell you the truth. This is a piece of shit. They would tell you the truth. A lot of people can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson said it better. You can't handle the truth. So don't ask. Because if it's bad, we're going to tell you. Now, you got food that's edible, and you dread going to the bathroom when it's just edible. But when it's great food, you're like, hey, this is damn good stuff here. That's how it works. Good food don't need no introduction. Good food do not need for you to solicit feedback. And bad food will bring people to you. I've had a lot of bad food, but luckily I never try to get full off it. I take a bite. It is what it is. It's like garlic mashed potatoes. Everybody can't do that. You see, now, when you have ours, you say, oh, it's just mashed potatoes. Then you take a last bite or swallow, you're like, whoa, that's got a kick to it. That's how we operate. We're going to give you a kick to it. Everything we make, the last chew or swallow, you're going to feel the seasoning, what we did. So a lot of people like to, I guess, feed their ego by saying, oh, I did 20 hours on a brisket, I did blah, 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 whatever have you. Here's the downside. Let the food speak for itself. Don't you speak for it. As Showbiz Eats, we let the food speak for itself. We do not ask you, how is your food? We know how it was. And almost everybody, if not everybody, matter of fact, I can't think of one person who didn't confirm what we thought when we delivered the food. This is some food I gotta have again. And you can make food the same way. Add your own twist to it. Season it correctly. Personally, I never think there's enough seasoning on anything that we ever cook. But in reality, you can't just take a rib and put, 8 ounces of A1 sauce on it and say, man, that rib was good. No, you just drank the bottle of A1 sauce. That was good. You never tasted the meat. We tried the food without the sauces, without the other stuff. So remember that. You have friends, you have good food, and that's our job, is to make sure that you don't kill your friends. So when you go out and you want to see how good your food is, do a competition or try it on people you don't know. Now, make sure they're honest, but you got to be willing to take honest feedback. You can't not cook and not get honest feedback, because you cannot improve your product or your cooking skills if you can't handle feedback. That's just how it works. And you can't go home emotionally a wreck because someone didn't like what you cook. Real quick, I was doing a barbecue contest, and this lady was a judge, I was a judge, and she was just licking really the barbecue sauce off the meat. I asked her, I said, you all right? She told me, I'm a vegetarian. How in the hell can you be a judge for meat when you're a vegetarian? She just wanted to have the credentials on her record. So that's Showbiz Eats for tonight, and we'll see you for the next episode. Peace.